Welcome to my stories red channel. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Also, please like and share your comments. We make new videos with interesting stories every day. No one cares about my daughter and I. My wife, 31F, and I, 30M, were always on the same page when it came to having children. We wanted the same number and at the same point in life. Up until the pregnancy, our relationship has been nigh perfect. At the ultrasound where they could tell us the baby's gender she wanted to know, so we got the info. A daughter. That's when my wife started to shut down. She didn't want me talking about plans after birth. She didn't want to talk about what's going on, anything. She just became a husk of a person. Any calls to go to a professional went unheeded and then heard. After the birth, she refused to hold or connect to our child in any way, and she moved out after 3 months. Her parents made her go and get diagnosed with PED, and the gender disappointment also never really disappeared. This is where things started to get awful for us. While she was focused on her recovery, everyone seemed to neglect the small fact that there is a baby in the situation. I basically became a single father overnight. I got zero help from anyone in her family. My side of the family is either dead or lives an ocean away. Actually, I was expected to help her, both monetarily and by moving out of our home so she could be home again. During all of this, I was a doormat. I was hoping to get my wife back. My wife, not this person that she became. So I did what I could. I picked up extra shifts and juggled it with childcare. I paid for her therapy and her meds so she can get better sooner. This all started 5 years ago. The last time my wife saw our daughter in person was the night she left, and she has refused to see her since. Her parents visited a couple times but stopped around her first birthday. At some point, I have just had enough. Every SM post, her family and every friend we had together was talking about her and her recovery and how amazing she is doing. I wouldn't know. I haven't talked to her in about 2 years. Not because I didn't try, but because she doesn't want to. But she also didn't want to divorce. And no one, not a single person, has ever asked how daughter is doing or how I'm doing. Honestly, I look terrible. I have lost an unhealthy amount of weight and look like I'm on the verge of a mental breakdown every day. And no one ever mentions it. At some point I've just had enough and stood up for myself, but mostly for my daughter. She never got the chance to experience a proper family, and while I understand that it was not my wife's choice to have PED, the way she and everyone around her and us has handled this has been nothing but disgusting. Our divorce was finalized earlier this month and I got full custody. They tried to make a case that I should pay her alimony, but thankfully the judge didn't grant that. The reason I make this post is because we are moving. My sister was the only person to give a damn about me for the past 5 years, but she lives so far away, so the way she could help was limited. But now she has helped me get a job and a place to stay close to her. This move was planned for a while and we just needed to wait for procedures to get done. I'm ready to start again and ready to close this chapter. I'm glad you got out of that situation. My mother was absolutely terrible and my dad ended up raising 4 children by himself without any help. Has a super dad and he helps with his grandkids too, and stayed with me for a week to help out with housework when I gave birth to my kids. A man ahead of his time, ahead of others in his generation, has 75 now. He set the bar high for me. You will be setting the bar high for your daughter. My dad also found his soulmate, also a superwoman, when me and my siblings reached adulthood. Has incredibly happy now. Sounds like an amazing time for your daughter to start a new life. Right. This is a great moment, OP, and you should celebrate it. Don't focus on the past, but look how far you have come. You are making giant strides with your daughter, and if I were you, I would block anything to do with a wife. If she wants to be in her daughter's life, she knows where to find her. Stay focused lest you sabotage yourself. After everything you have been through in the past 5 years, it sounds like things are about to be that much more beautiful. No stress about your selfish wife and her family, and close to people who care about you and your daughter. You did an awesome job, men. You should be proud.